हेलो। हेलो मौलिक सर।
हाँ सोनल मैम।
हाँ। मैडम
मैम
कहाँ है?
मैम है शताब्दी गिफ्ट ऑफ लाइफ है, वही है भावना मैम।
अच्छा। ओके।
और 3-5 पे स्टार्ट करेंगे, बराबर है ना मैम?
3-5 को।
यस मैम, वो अच्छा रहेगा आई थिंक।
देखो सर, फिर 45 मिनट्स के अंदर सब कुछ कैसे ख़त्म होगा? फिर क्वेश्चन आंसर्स अगर किसी को पूछने होंगे।
तो अभी स्टार्ट करना है तो कर सकते हैं, आप बोलिए, ऐसा कर सकते हैं सर
हाँ
मैम।
सर, कर लेते हैं। आपको पार्टिसिपेंट्स जैसे अभी 10 ही है ना?
हाँ इसलिए।
हम्म।
मैम हो
मैम क्या
जाएगा
क्या?
40।
हाँ।
हेलो मैम।
हाँ बोलिए मैम।
हो जाएगा, प्रेजेंटेशन आधे घंटे का रहेगा, फिर
आधा
हमको आराम
घंटा।
से टाइम मिलेगा 10 मिनट्स अराउंड। टेन
ओके
टू
ओके।
फिफ्टीन मिनट्स क्वेश्चन आंसर्स के लिए, राइट? सो वील वेट फॉर फाइव
ओके
मिनट्स लेट मोर पार्टिसिपेंट्स कम। आने
ओके
वाले
ओके।
हैं और
यस मैम, क्योंकि एक्चुअली रजिस्ट्रेशंस तो हमारे 160 170 जैसे हो गए हैं।
अच्छा। सो
तो
वील वेट
वी
फॉर
विल वेट फॉर
फाइव,
पार्टिसिपेंट्स।
राइट?
यस।
वील वेट फॉर 5 मिनट्स एंड थ्री
5 मोर
फाइव वील
मिनट्स।
स्टार्ट, राइट?
ओके। नो प्रॉब्लम मैम।
या। Ma'am, shall we start now? Hello, ma'am. Can we start now? You're muted, so I can't hear you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, we will begin now. I will start first.
Sure.
Okay. A very good morning, good afternoon to all. Myself, Mrs. Sonal Solanki, I am glad to extend a very warm welcome to all the dignitaries, faculties, and students on behalf of Sri Naranbhai Lalbhai Patel College of Pharmacy, Umrak. SNLPCP was established in 2004 with the motto to educate the students of rural areas and make them professionally competent. This institute is offering various courses of BPharm and MPharm. Currently, we are running MPharm in three disciplines, namely pharmaceutics, pharmacology, and quality assurance. Today, we have gathered for an online webinar on Donate Organs, Save Lives in association with Shatayu. Shatayu is a non-profit organization and a public service initiative based in Ahmedabad, and it was incepted 10 years back. It was evolved with the twofold objective of increasing awareness about the organ donation in India and broadening the mindset of people towards the gift of life. Today's seminar will clear the misconceptions and myths related to the organ donations. Basically speaking, why organ donation is talked so much today. The very obvious answer to this question is that about 5 lakh people in India die every year due to the shortage of or unavailability of the organs. The organ donation rates in India are very poor as compared to the Western countries. So also in Mumbai is the only state in India where we can see that in 2018 some 48 organs were donated in 1 year, and last year it happened to increase to 51 organs per year. So we can see that the waiting list of patients is always increasing, and the cost of life of patients is also compromised due to the very less organ donation. So to increase the to increase the awareness about the organ donations, we have arranged this webinar today. And also the organ donation has been considered as a national resource. So also experts say that one brain dead donor can save up to 8 lives of people suffering from the end stages of the organ failures. So it is affecting the entire lives of the family, friends, colleagues, and similarly acquaintances who are in need of the transplantation and who will benefit from a renewed lifestyle. So that is why, to give us a detailed insight in this subject, today we have with us eminent speaker, Miss Bhavna Chabaria. Miss Bhavna Chabaria is the Chief Executive Officer of Shatayu. She has been relentlessly working for the cause of organ donation awareness since past 10 years with Shatayu. She wholeheartedly dedicates most of her time to this noble cause through Shatayu with a strong vision and even a stronger conviction. Her past for the cause has led her to take the onus upon herself to increase the rate of organ donation by educating and motivating people, in turn saving the lives. Now I invite Ms. Bhavna ma'am to share her valuable thoughts and experiences. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bhavna Chabria. I'm going to talk about organ donation today. I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak about organ donation. I'm going to explain you what is organ donation, which all organs can be donated, when they can be donated. I'll take you through the entire procedure. I usually start my presentation with a short movie, post which I'll be explaining you the entire procedure of organ donation. So without wasting any further time, I'll start with the movie. सूरज की किरणें झलमल झलमल लागू हुई है हलचल हलचल सूरज की किरणें झलमल जागो हुई है हलचल इंद्रधनुष के टुकड़े लाकर घोलो उनको रंग बनाकर धरती का हर कोना कोना अब तो अपने मन का होना
नाम न हो अब रंग ही पूछे, लाल हो दाढ़ी तो हरी हो मूछे। धूम धड़ाका हो, छपर छपर हो, कोई न छूटे, हर रंग इधर हो। धूम धड़ाका छपर छपर हो, कोई न छूटे, हर रंग इधर हो। छोटा बड़ा काना सफेद, ऐसे रंग दो के रहे नभे। छोटा बड़ा काना सफेद, ऐसे रंग दो के रहे नभे।
આપણે બધા બોલ્યા કે તમારું અનમ્યુટ હતું મજા આવી ગઈ કાંઈ ના ને બસ ખુલ્લા કોઈ છે કે નહીં જોવા દે તું મને પહેલા અરે ઊભી રહો
I would request all of you to please mute yourselves. Everybody, please mute yourselves.
અરે કિશન નામ લઈને કીધું એવું બોલતા હતા
उड़ा दो, खुशबू का कोई रंग बता दो, हवा के पंख में बांधो उड़ा दो। धूम धड़ाका छबर छबर। रंगीनी छूट रहा है।
वार्डन काका, रंग कितने रंग के होते हैं?
लाल, नीला, पीला, हरा।
हरा कैसा होता है?
अब कैसे हो? इस फिल्म को देखने के बाद अनेकों लोगों ने नेत्रदान करने का निश्चय किया। अगर आप भी नेत्रदान करना चाहते हैं तो लॉग ऑन कीजिए www.
So as you all saw, the movie was about eye donation. I'm sure all of you must have heard about eye donation. When a person dies and donates their eyes and give the gift of sight to two people, that is called eye donation. A lot of awareness has been created about eye donation in the past. Government has also made efforts to create awareness about the same. But organ donation is still lagging behind. A lot of people still don't know what organ donation is or in which situation organs can be donated. So with that, I'll start my presentation. I would like to give you a brief about my organization, Shatayu, the Gift of Life. Shatayu is derived from the age-old blessing from the Indian scriptures, Shatayu Bhava, which means live until you are 100. In today's day and age, it might not be possible for you to live 100 years, but by organ donation, you can live 100 years and even more through others. Shatayu is a non-profit organization, a public service initiative by Govindbhai C. Patel Foundation, which is supported by Ganesh Housing Corporation Limited. Our founder, Mr. Deepak Patel, had undergone a heart transplant in 2004. Since he got a second chance at life, he has dedicated his life to create more awareness about this cause. Shatayu was evolved with twofold objectives of increasing awareness about organ donation in India and broadening the mindset of people towards the gift of life. So we not only create awareness and educate people about organ donation, but we also dispel their myths and misconceptions so that they can come forward and pledge towards the gift of life. A few facts about organ donation that I would like to highlight today. India has the lowest rate of organ donation in the world at 0.26 per million population. The highest is that of Spain at 35 per million population. So in Spain, for every 10 lakh people, there are 35 people which are actually donating organs, while in India, for every 10 lakh people, there's not even one person who is donating organs. So you can see the rate of India is dismally low as compared to other countries as far as organ donation is concerned. 15 people die each day due to shortage of transplantable organs. 15 people each day are losing their lives because not enough transplantable organs are available. Not enough people are coming forward to donate their organs. Every 18 minutes, a new name is added to the transplant waiting list. Whenever a person needs to undergo a transplant, they need to get their name registered in a waiting list in a transplant hospital. So if I talk about India, every 18 minutes, somewhere in the country, a new name is added to the waiting list. So you can imagine how long the waiting list would be. Lakhs and lakhs of people are awaiting a transplant to this date. People on the wait list awaiting transplants may have to wait for a period ranging from 6 months to 4 years. Imagine living with failed organs for 4 long years. People on dialysis may survive for that long, but what if a person needs a heart or a liver? They may lose their lives waiting for a transplant. A single donor can save as many as 9 lives. We have the power to save as many as 9 lives by just making a single decision of donating our organs after death. This is a rough picture of need versus availability of organ donors in India annually. These are approximate figures since there's no centralized system maintaining this data. So we have collected these figures from various sources. We need approximately 2 lakh kidneys in India per year, but the availability is just 5,000. Around 1 lakh livers are needed, but the availability is just 708. Around 50,000 hearts are needed, but the availability is just 339. Around 1 lakh corneas are needed, but only 25,000 donors are available. As you can see, there is a huge gap between the demand and supply of organs. The demand is much, much more, and the supply is very, very less. This is the current situation of organ donation in India. Now, what is organ donation? Organ donation is the harvesting of an individual's organs after he or she dies for the purpose of transplanting them into another person. The person who gives the organs is called a donor, while a person who receives the organ is called a recipient. So when we donate our organs after death, it is called organ donation. There are various organs and tissues in our body which can be used for donation. Organs such as heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, intestine, and pancreas, and tissues such as corneas, veins, heart valves, bones, tendons, skin, ligaments, etc. So if a person decides to donate his or her organs, he can save as many as 9 lives, while if the person decides to donate their tissues as well, they can save as many as 50 lives. So we have the power to save as many as 50 lives, that too after our death. We talk about recycling these days. Organ donation is the best form of recycling. We not only recycle our organs, but also save lives in turn. Now, a lot of medical advancements are taking place due to which the list of organs that can be transplanted has been increasing. In India, we've had 3 successful double hand transplants. So hands can also be transplanted now. And in foreign countries, full face transplant is also being carried out. So face can also be transplanted. Hands and face both can also be transplanted now. Types of donation. There are 2 types of donation, living donation and cadaver donation. I'm sure you all must have heard about a mother donating a kidney to her son or daughter, a husband donating a kidney to his wife. So when a person is alive and they donate one of their organs, it is called living donation. Since we have 2 kidneys in our body and we can survive on 1 kidney, one of the kidneys can be donated when a person is alive. A part of liver can also be donated when a person is alive because liver is the only organ in our body which regrows itself. A part of pancreas and a part of lung can also be donated when a person is alive, even though they do not regrow themselves, but still they can be donated while alive. These organs can be donated only to the blood relatives according to the Transplantation of Human Organs Act 1994. Cadaver donation is donation after death. Organs that are donated after death of a person is called cadaver donation. Now, so many people die each day. Even if 1% of them donate their organs, organ shortage could be wiped out to quite a certain extent, isn't it? But that is not happening because organs can be donated only in case of brain death. Tissues can be donated after cardiac death also. What is brain death? Brainstem death is an irreversible situation which results from a severe accidental head injury, brain hemorrhage, or brain stroke. So in case of brain death, all areas of brain are damaged and no longer function, due to which a person cannot sustain his or her own life, but vital body functions may be maintained by an artificial support system. So if you see a brain dead person, The person is found in an ICU in a hospital connected to a ventilator. The person is actually dead, but his heart is still beating. The lungs are still breathing. You can see the chest is rising and falling. The pulse is visible on the ventilator. So in this case, since the organs are still in working condition, they can be used for donation. The ventilator maintains circulation to vital organs long enough to facilitate organ donation. People who experience brain death can also donate tissues. Now, when we talk about brain death, people often confuse brain death with coma, but coma and brain death are two different situations. Coma is a state of deep unconsciousness. Coma is a state of deep unconsciousness, while brain death is an irreversible condition. Excuse me, just a second. Coma is a state of deep unconsciousness, while brain death is an irreversible condition. In coma, the brain still functions and the person is alive, while in case of brain death, brain stops functioning completely. Coma happens because the brain is injured in some way, while brain death happens due to accidental head injury, hemorrhage, or stroke. So in case of coma, the brain is still functioning. There are chances of recovery. The person may or may not recover, while in case of brain death, there are no chances of recovery, as it is an irreversible condition. So in case of brain death, organ donation is possible, but in case of coma, organ donation is not possible. So these are two different situations and should not be confused with one another. Now we all know which all organs can be donated, but when must these organs be removed? Organs must be removed as soon as possible after the determination of brain death, while circulation is being maintained artificially. We've heard about eye bank, bone bank, skin bank, blood bank, but there are no organ banks because organs cannot be preserved. If I talk about kidneys, they should be transplanted within 48 hours after being retrieved from the body. Liver should be transplanted within 12 hours and heart and lungs should be transplanted within 4 to 6 hours. So this is the time period within which these organs should be removed and transplanted. Eyes must be removed within 6 hours after death. Tissues may be removed within 12 to 24 hours. Now, in the past, there have been instances where organs were being traded, illegal trafficking of organs was taking place, poor people were being exploited, and their kidneys were stolen without their knowledge. To stop that, to curb that, the government has formed a law called Transplantation of Human Organs Act, which was passed in 1994. This act provides for the regulation of removal, storage, and transplantation of human organs for therapeutic purposes and for the prevention of commercial dealings in human organs. So this act has 4 main points. First is brain death is legalized as death. Brain death is legally considered as death, and therefore organ donation is possible in case of brain death. Trading of organs is illegal and punishable offense. Anybody who's found buying or selling kidneys is punishable by law because it is a criminal offense. Living donation can be done only to blood relatives, that is mother, father, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother, husband and wife, son, daughter. Husband and wife are not blood relatives, but they are emotionally related, so living donation is possible amongst them. Now, suppose if I need a kidney donation and none of my family members are compatible to donate a kidney to me. The waiting time is 4 years, but the doctor says I cannot survive on dialysis for 4 years. Maulik, my dear friend, is ready to donate a kidney to me, but he is not my blood relative. So in such cases, the government has formed an authorization committee in each state. The authorization committee verifies that there's no commercial transaction taking place and Maulik is donating a kidney to me purely on humanitarian grounds. Once we gain an approval from the authorization committee on these grounds, living donation to unrelated people is also possible. So this unrelated living donation is possible only with prior approval of authorization committee. People have a lot of myths and misconceptions when it comes to organ donation. The most common myth that we've heard is, if I donate my eyes in this birth, I'll be born blind in my next birth. I'm sure some of you must have heard about it, but I seriously hope that none of you believes in it. Because that is not true. What if I donate my heart? Will I be born without a heart in my next birth? That is not possible, right? So it is just a myth and it should not stop you from donating your organs. Once I sign up, I will not get appropriate medical care in case of an accident. The doctors who are treating you will make all the efforts to save a person's life. Once all the efforts have been exhausted, only then organ donation comes into the picture. Besides, the doctors who are treating a person and the doctors which are involved in transplant are two separate teams. So it is not that if you have signed up for organ donation, efforts will not be made to save your life and your organs will be removed. That is not the case. My religion does not permit it. There is no religion in the world which says no to helping others. There's no religion in the world which says no to saving lives. And therefore, there's no religion in the world which says no to donating organs. I'm too old to donate. There's no age limit for organ donation. The oldest donor in India is 88 years old and in the US is 92 years old. Recently, a couple of months back, 39 days old baby also donated her kidneys. So babies as young as 39 days old can also become organ donor. Even if somebody has any ailments in the past like diabetes or blood pressure, even they can become eligible for organ donation. It all depends upon the medical condition at that point of time. If the organs are in good working condition, the doctor may decide to use the organs for transplantation. All my organs will be taken away even if I specify only one. That is also not true. Only those organs for which the consent has been given by family will be retrieved and not all the organs will be removed. My body will be disfigured post-death. Once the organs are retrieved, the body is surgically stitched and respectfully returned to the family. Even in case of eye donation, a proper bandage is placed over the eyes so that the body does not look disfigured. My family will be charged for organ donation. There are no charges for organ donation. The donor family only has to bear the cost of the procedure or the surgery carried out before organ donation. Similarly, the recipient also gets the organ free of cost. The recipient family only has to bear the cost of the transplant surgery. My organs will go only to the rich people. Whenever a donor organ is available, it is allocated according to the priority and the compatibility in waiting list. Whoever is topmost in the waiting list and whoever is most compatible will get the organ. It is not that rich people will get the organ before others by paying more money. There can't be too many people needing organs. We saw in the first few slides, every 18 minutes a new name is added to the waiting list. So there are lakhs and lakhs of people who actually need a transplant. How can you become a donor? After listening to the presentation, if you are motivated to pledge for organ donation, I would request all of you to please visit our website www.shatayu.org.in. Once you visit the website, you can fill up the pledge form, after which we'll be giving you a donor card which looks like this. Carry your donor card along with you at all times. And most importantly, communicate and inform your family your wish to be an organ and tissue donor. Why is it important to inform your family? Is because according to the law of our country, family's consent is a must at the time of donation. Even if you have filled up the form and the family refuses, organ donation will not happen. Besides, if you inform your family, it becomes easier for them to take a decision at that point of time and honor your last wishes. Shatayu's role is to create awareness, to coordinate the procedure, and facilitate organ donation. I'll briefly explain you the organ and tissue donation process. A general surgeon or neurosurgeon identifies a potential brain dead person in the ICU, post which the transplant coordinators are informed. They do grief counseling of the bereaved family to get consent. Then the consent is documented. In medico-legal cases, no objection certificate is taken from police and forensic department, post which the brain dead committee is formed. This committee conducts a battery of tests to rule out any survival. These tests are mentioned in the law and they are conducted twice at an interval of 6 hours in case of an adult and 12 hours in case of a child. After which the donor is certified as brain dead and maintained on life support. Donor is then shifted to operation theatre for organ assessment. Simultaneously, the waitlist recipients, 5 for each donor organ, are called to submit their samples for match. Whoever is the best match is taken for transplant. These are a few glimpses of the awareness activities that we have carried out. We organized an organ donation run, which was one of its kind in Ahmedabad. Around 4,000 people participated and they supported our cause. These are the few pictures from the run. We also work in close contact with the hospitals where we make aware the nursing staff, transplant surgeons, physicians, anesthetists, intensivist ICU staff. We also put up our brochures and posters in the hospital so that more and more people are aware about this cause. We also launched India's first comic book on organ donation. We have distributed more than 1.5 lakh copies in various schools in Ahmedabad. A few schools where we have distributed these comics. We also conduct activities in colleges to make the college students aware about this cause. Shatayu was also presented an award for the best NGO for organ donation awareness by the Honorable Chief Minister Shri Vijaybhai Rupani at the Gujarat Economic Forum Awards. Impact created by Shatayu, we have created an online registry to pledge for organ and tissue donation. We have trained more than 30 transplant coordinators by organizing for the first time in Gujarat a transplant coordinators workshop. We've also been working in close contact with the state government to pass favorable legislations to help the diseased organ donation program. Since past 10 years, we have been creating mass awareness in the state of Gujarat using visual media through rallies, exhibitions, talks, presentations in clubs, colleges, schools, corporates, etc. Shatayu has also secured a place in Limca Book of Records for the largest bike rally for organ donation awareness. More than 70,000 people have pledged for organ donation with us. There has also been a considerable increase in the number of eye donation due to awareness campaigns by Shatayu. More than 1 crore people have been reached through outreach and education. These are a few success stories of Shatayu, real people who died of brain death and their families took the brave decision of donating their organs. They saved 9 lives by donating their organs. With this, I end my presentation. I request all of you to follow us on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And for more information, you can visit our website, www.shatayu.org.in. You can also call us on our helpline number 66189000, which is functional 24/7. Now I would request all of you, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Anybody has any questions, you can ask me now. Even though we are based in Ahmedabad, anybody who has signed up with us and they are in some other city in India and they call us for more information or they know someone who wants to donate their organs, we can connect them to the nearest transplant hospitals, as we are connected to all the transplant hospitals across the country. So even though we are physically not present, we can easily coordinate the procedure and connect them to the nearest transplant hospital. Anybody has any questions?
Ma'am, actually, I have a question because
Yes, please.
this is my personal question which I had for years. So this is the right platform. I should clear my doubt first.
Please.
Ma'am, in case of a organ rejection, then what actually happens to the patient who is actually a recipient, and how does the organ typing normally being done? Right now you said that the kidney someone wants and it is of a friend, but it is not of a blood relative. So how it can be accepted by the body? That was
Uh,
something I like to know.
HLA matching is done, human leukocyte antigen, and other factors are also matched. So if
Okay.
only when there is enough compatibility, only then unrelated donation is possible. Of course, the blood group, age, height, weight, etc. are considered, but HLA matching
Okay.
is also done so that they are most compatible. Otherwise, as you said, the body rejects the organ. And of course, the person who receives a transplant has to take immunosuppressive drugs throughout their life so that the body does not reject the organ. But of course,
Okay.
a lot of compatibility tests are carried out before the transplant so that the body can accept the organ and the patient can survive for longer.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, I think this is it, ma'am, because I cannot see any other questions in the chat box. You can see, ma'am, from your side. Can you see any?
No, there are no more questions. So I think all of the students are motivated, and I would request all of them to please communicate this with your family. Please discuss with them so that even they are aware. And if you wish to pledge, please feel free to do so. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Bhavna ma'am, for such a informative as well as an inspiring speech. I request all the participants to fill up the feedback form, after which you will get the certificates. I have put the feedback link in the chat box, so all of you please fill up the feedback form. Ma'am, you have told us so many things about the myths, the facts, and also the procedures of the organ donations. So, on this note, I congratulate Satayu on behalf of Sri Naranbhai Lalbhai Patel College of Pharmacy for the noble cause of spreading awareness about the organ donations. And I wish luck for the future projects of Satayu. We will always be coordinating whenever you need us, ma'am. And I
Thank you.
think it will be really very helpful for our students who in turn pass on this noble message to their friends and fraternity. Before I could conclude this today's session, I would like to thank the management of Sri Naranbhai Lalbhai Patel College of Pharmacy and all the faculty members who are the backbone of today's event. I thank them all very much for making this event a grand success. Thank you, ma'am. I think we should conclude the session and have a
Thank you.
nice day, ma'am, to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye.